This is 5 minutes of useless facts about the PlayStation 2, because I gotta leave in 5 minutes for my dentist appointment, so here we go. The logo on the front of the PS2 actually spins depending on which way you have it on the shelf. The PlayStation 2 is actually the second PlayStation. Alright. 3,800 games were released on it. There were 1.5 billion copies of those games sold, man! Repair services for Japan for the PlayStation 2 ended in September 2018. The slim version of the PS2 included an Ethernet port. The PlayStation 2 was the console before the PS3. Wow! The GPU has a fill rate of 2.4 gigapixels per second. That's cool, and a lot of gigapixels. GTA San Andreas was the highest selling game for the console with 17.3 million copies sold. Everybody knows that one. Let's move on. In 2010, Sony released a TV with a built-in PS2. The PlayStation 2 is actually factually less powerful than the GameCube, which surprised me. There is a hard drive disc bay that you can insert a hard drive into, which is required for some games like Final Fantasy VI. The PS2 was so successful that it caused Sega to announce the discontinuation of the Dreamcast because the competition caused Sega so much financial loss and competition. Rest in peace to Sega. There were 29 games that were all launch titles for the system from March to October 2000. There was a guy who loved the PS2 so much, he changed his name literally to Mr. PS2. He also tried to marry the console. Good lord, that must have been a weird honeymoon. The system comes with 2 built-in controller ports where you could plug in 2 controllers into the ports. What? The last North American game to come out for the system was FIFA 14. This one's crazy. The name PlayStation comes from the idea that you can play games with this station. Call of Duty 3's online PS2 servers are still online, and you can play them online today. In the DVD tray of the PlayStation 2, you can actually listen to CDs. Compact discs, baby! Speaking of backwards compatibility, almost all PS1 games can be played on the PS2. One of my favorite PlayStation 2 games is The Haunted Mansion. In May 2002, Sony cut the price of the PS2 from $299 to $199. In late 2002, Sony released the network adapter alongside SOCOM US Navy SEALs to demonstrate online compatibility. The white towers, when you first load up the system, is actually the amount of save files that you have on the memory card. The more files, the taller the towers. Using a 40GB hard drive and a Linux disk that Sony released, you can turn your PS2 into a desktop computer. In Brazil, you could buy a disc of Netflix, and you could Netflix and chill in South America. The PS2 logo is supposed to represent Earth and space. The blue is supposed to represent Earth, and the black background is supposed to represent the emptiness of space. You can get an adapter for 4 additional controller and memory card slots. It was perfect for any sports game that required a team of players. Sony released a webcam for the system called the iToy. It was compatible with games such as Dance Dance Revolution and some MLB games. What could a webcam do in a baseball game? Makes no sense. The PlayStation Portable was actually designed after a PS2 controller with a screen on it. There is actually a Japanese exclusive PS2 that was released in 2003 that featured a video recorder. I swear to God this is true. The PS2 wasn't released until 2009 in Brazil. What the hell, man? And it cost $460 for a 9-year-old console. When Resident Evil 4 was ported to the PS2, Capcom released a chainsaw controller for the game. The design of the PS2 is based on an Atari console prototype called the Falcon 030 Microbox. The system could render some games in 1080i, which was way ahead of the curve at the time. There are 2 analog sticks on the controller, 1 for each thumb. Unless you don't have thumbs, and in that case, I'm sorry for your missing thumb. The online servers for the PS2 were the responsibility of the developers and on their own servers, so Sony had no say on when those servers were taken down. And that, my people, is 5 minutes of useless information about the PS2. I'm out of here. See you later.
This is how it's gonna be.